Disclaimer: I'm not a mental health professional. I'm just a girl on YouTube showing you my vulnerabilities. Please seek appropriate help if you feel like you need it. You are worth it. I am afraid of therapy, especially this therapy, because I'm afraid of finding out who I am and that I'm not gonna like who I am, and I don't like who I am. Wow, I actually misspoke. I didn't mean to say I didn't like who I am, but I think that's how I feel. Hey you guys, it's Michelle. I do monthly challenges, so if you're into that, please subscribe to the channel. This month, what we are going to do, we as in myself, are going to take anger management classes. It was my goal last week to research anger management therapy, and I ended up signing up for one, and I have a 10-week class. So I'm going to take you not in those classes, but just what I learn and applying what I learn and teaching you about it. So anger management for 10 weeks. This is my journey, so follow me along and you'll see more. I'm super nervous about admitting this because I find my anger shameful. I find it embarrassing. It's just one of those things that I have dealt with all my life, but it has affected every relationship. I don't yell at police officers or random people, but I do have problems expressing my anger. I grew up thinking that you had to repress feelings, especially negative ones, crying, anger, frustration. That wasn't something that I grew up learning to express in a healthy way. Also, there's a lot of shame when I feel feelings. I feel really guilty having these feelings, even though they're just feelings and it's just information. I want to process that and I want to get through that because I feel like a lot of my feelings and the way I react to my feelings is because I haven't really dealt with processing them in a way that's healthy. I kick them away if I don't feel comfortable with them, which in turn makes them much, much worse. I am afraid of therapy, especially this therapy, because I'm afraid of finding out who I am and that I'm not going to like who I am and that my partner isn't going to like who I am, and then that's going to change things for both of us and for myself, and I don't like who I am. Wow, I didn't mean to say I didn't like who I am, but I think that's how I feel. So there's that. Let's unpack that. I honestly wrote down all of these things so I didn't cry or won't cry on camera, but I think it needs to come out. It just needs to come out. I don't want to know who I am in a way, because if I find out, then the deepest, darkest, dirtiest part of myself will be reflected, and I'll have to stare at that reflection and accept it, and I don't want to accept that I have that part of myself. So there's something to work on there. I've told a couple people that I am doing anger management, and the reaction has been like, wow, I'm so proud of you. you're brave. But to be honest, it kind of just feels like, oh, it feels like an agreement. Like, yeah, you definitely needed anger management. And I don't know if that's their actual meaning when they say that they're proud of me for going to do that. But that's how I interpret it. And then once again, shame for having feelings. Again, I'm going to work through that. But yeah, so it's nice to hear that people are proud of me, but I also am worried that they're like, finally, this bee is finally getting therapy. Which, if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. Oh, who cares at the end of the day? I'm getting help. And that's good. I'm proud of myself. I did an intake interview yesterday with the head of the anger management program. And basically, she just reassured me that a lot of, like I said earlier, a lot of anger is just information for you. And I really feel that she heard me and she understood me. And like I was a very common case of somebody that didn't know how to express their anger. So that was really good to know. And she gave me a lot of pointers and told me about the class and what's going to happen. I'm excited to fix that and to see different strategies and to practice that. Actually, I'm not excited to practice that. I'm actually really nervous to practice that. Another thing that she pointed out was that she suggested that I work with my partner to practice the strategies and the homework and the things that we've learned after each class, and he is open to that. I am very grateful for that. I don't want to call it anger management because it has such a negative connotation. You think of people like throwing things and breaking things and punching people, and it's like court ordered. And so it's a group setting. It's all on Zoom. It's all virtual. There were 4 or 5 other people in the class and the head of the program and the doctor, I believe. And I was comparing whether or not, like, would it be better just one-on-one to talk with the doctor instead of, like a group setting? But I feel like the group setting validates that I'm not the only one with this problem. Other people struggle with it too. I'm watching people talk through their problems, figuring it out. And so that's really helpful to me. And knowing that we share similar feelings, basically, like, I'm not alone in this. I think that was a really important step for myself to have a group therapy. Another note that I wanted to point out for all of you that are watching and are considering, do I need to go into anger management? Is it helpful? One of the things that was blocking me from starting anger management was the shame of having to sign up to the class. I received feedback that, like, most people do feel shame having to sign up for this class, even though it's probably not as serious as you think. I just felt, like, validated, like, okay, like, the feelings of shame are common. It's not just me. Yeah. That's how I felt about that first session.
My biggest fear about taking this class: do we sit and try to trigger and aggravate each other and then learn strategies in real time? For the therapy group that I am in, this is not the case. It's more of a lecture format, where the therapists speak and teach a lesson, and then we provide examples and analyze, unpack what happened in each example. Seems pretty simple, but it's effective when taught in a group setting. While the movies and media that I've seen made me really worried about taking group anger management, I did feel safe, I felt heard and acknowledged. And most importantly, I felt like I was learning about myself in a way that is analytical and non-confrontational. I am also learning useful strategies from this class. All in all, the first group anger management class went really well, and I'm excited for the rest of the classes.
Hope this video inspires you. If you want to work through something and you want to go through therapy and you're like embarrassed about it, I hope this is like a video that this is your sign. It's okay to go through therapy. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not know how to process things. You weren't taught all of this. You weren't taught all of this at school. You weren't taught this at home. And all of a sudden, as an adult, you are supposed to figure out how to deal with everything that you haven't ever learned to deal with. So use this as a sign that it is okay to get help. And I hope that this is what you take away from this video.
Anger management class is interesting this week. This week's topic is forgiveness. Initially, I was resistant, but I am learning that it's more about peace for yourself and not blaming other people for where you are right now.